want motivation? Then stop looking for comfort. Stop searching for someone to tell you that everything will be all right. It won't. The world does not owe you success. It does not care how tired you are. It does not care how many times you have failed. It does not care about your excuses, and it certainly does not care about your potential. Potential means nothing until you have the strength to turn it into reality. So listen carefully, because I will not speak to you like a friend. I will speak to you like someone who has already watched countless people break. You say you want to become stronger. Then understand this first. Strength is not given to those who desire it. Strength belongs to those willing to suffer for it. Look at yourself. You have dreams. You have ambitions. You have things you claim you desperately want. But every morning, you negotiate with yourself. 5 more minutes. Tomorrow, I'll start when I'm ready. I'll work harder when I feel motivated. Pathetic. You have mistaken desire for discipline. You think wanting something badly is enough to obtain it. It isn't. There are millions of people who want the same things you want. Millions who want money. Millions who want power. Millions who want respect. Millions who want greatness. So what separates you from them? Not your dreams, not your talent, not your excuses. Your ability to continue when the desire disappears. That is where the weak separate from the relentless. Anyone can work when they feel inspired. Anyone can train when the music is loud. Anyone can chase a dream when everything is going perfectly. But what happens when nobody believes in you? What happens when your efforts produce no results? What happens when you give everything you have and still lose? That is where I want you to look, not away. At the pain. Study it, understand it, let it teach you. Because failure is not your enemy. Your reaction to failure is, you lost. Good. Now you know where you are weak. You were rejected? Good. Now you know that approval is not something you can depend upon. You failed after months of effort? Good. Now you have discovered that your current level is insufficient. Then raise it. Train harder. Study longer. Become sharper. Return stronger. Do not ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what must I become so this can never happen again? That question will change your life. Weak people search for reasons to remain weak. Strong people search for methods to become stronger. You don't need another excuse. You need another level. And understand something else. Nobody is coming to save you. Your parents cannot live your life for you. Your friends cannot carry your ambitions. Your teacher cannot force you to succeed. And motivation cannot rescue someone who refuses to act. At the end of the day, you stand alone before your choices. Every hour you waste belongs to you. Every opportunity you ignore belongs to you. Every excuse you repeat belongs to you. And every victory you earn belongs to you as well. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only the moment you decide that enough is enough. You want respect? Then become undeniable. Don't beg for it. Don't demand it. Don't complain that people don't recognize your value. Build something so powerful that recognition becomes irrelevant. Let your results speak. Let your discipline speak. Let your transformation speak. When they underestimate you, do not argue. When they mock you, do not explain. When they doubt you, do not defend yourself. Work, Silence is powerful when it is backed by action. You don't need everyone to understand your journey. They weren't there when you struggled. They didn't see the nights you wanted to quit. They didn't feel the weight on your shoulders. They don't need to understand. Your only responsibility is to become the person you promised yourself you would become. But there is something you must sacrifice. Your old self. The version of you that constantly seeks comfort. The version that needs validation. The version that quits when things become difficult. The version that talks more than it acts. Kill that version. Not tomorrow, not next month, now. Because every day you continue feeding weakness, you make it stronger. And every day you practice discipline, you make yourself harder to break. You want a different life? Then become a different person. There is no other path. You complain that you don't have enough time, yet you waste hours consuming the lives of others, watching them succeed, watching them travel, watching them become wealthy, watching them become stronger. And then you wonder why your own life hasn't changed. You are observing instead of becoming. Enough. Put the screen down. Put the excuses down. Put the fear down. Pick up the work. And don't expect the journey to be beautiful. It won't be. There will be days when your body hurts. Days when your mind feels exhausted. Days when nobody notices your progress. Days when your friends move ahead of you. Days when you question whether any of this is worth it. Those days are the test. Anyone can remain disciplined when the reward is visible. But can you continue when the reward is invisible? Can you train when nobody is watching? Can you study when nobody praises you? Can you work when there is no immediate result? Can you keep moving when the finish line disappears? If you can, then you are becoming dangerous. Because discipline creates something motivation never can. Reliability. You become someone you can trust. You say you will wake up, and you wake up. You say you will train, and you train. You say you will finish, and you finish. Your word becomes law to yourself. That is real confidence. Not shouting, not pretending, not acting superior. Confidence is knowing that when you make a promise to yourself, you keep it. You will face people stronger than you, faster than you, smarter than you, more experienced than you. Good. Let them exist. Their existence does not diminish yours. You do not need to defeat everyone. You need to defeat the version of yourself that keeps holding you back. Compete with yesterday, then destroy yesterday. Become better, then make that version obsolete. Again, and again, and again. There is no final form. There is only another mountain, another enemy, another weakness, another level. You think greatness is some magical state where you finally stop struggling? No. Greatness is becoming comfortable with the struggle. You stop asking for an easier path. You become strong enough to walk the difficult one. You stop saying, "This is too hard," and start saying, "Then I must become harder." That is the mentality I want from you. When life increases the pressure, increase your capacity. When the goal becomes harder, increase your discipline. When failure becomes heavier, strengthen your mind. Do not demand that the world becomes softer. Become harder to break. And remember this, you will die someday. Your time is limited. Every day that passes is a day you will never receive again. Yet you behave as though tomorrow is guaranteed. It isn't. So why are you wasting today? Why are you postponing the person you could become? confidence? Confidence comes after action. For motivation? Motivation disappears. For approval? Approval changes. For the perfect circumstances, they may never arrive, so act without them. You don't need to feel ready. You need to begin, then continue. Then continue when it hurts. Continue when it becomes boring. Continue when nobody cares. Continue when nobody applauds. Continue when the results are slow. Continue when your mind tells you to stop. Because eventually, the person who kept going will become someone your former self would barely recognize. That is transformation. Not a new hairstyle. Not a new quote. Not a new year. Not announcing your goals to everyone. Transformation is repetition. Doing the right thing. Again and again and again. Until it becomes who you are. And when people finally notice, do not become distracted. Their attention is not the reward. Your strength is. Their respect is not the reward. Your discipline is. Their praise is not the reward. Your ability to look at yourself and know that you did not betray your own potential. That is the reward. Because the greatest victory is not defeating someone else. It is becoming impossible for your old weaknesses to control you. So from this moment forward, stop negotiating with weakness. You said you wanted change. Prove it. You said you wanted greatness. Earn it. You said you wanted freedom. Build the discipline required to obtain it. You said you wanted to become strong. Then accept what strength demands. Sacrifice, pain, loneliness, failure, patience, repetition, and time. There is no shortcut. Anyone promising you one is selling you a fantasy. You will lose people. You will outgrow places. You will change. Some people will misunderstand you. Some will call you obsessed. Some will say you're doing too much. Let them speak. They have their path. You have yours. But be careful. Do not confuse becoming disciplined with becoming cruel. Do not destroy yourself just to prove something to people who never mattered. Your mission is not revenge. Your mission is evolution. Become stronger because you refuse to waste your existence. Become disciplined because your future deserves better. Become powerful because you refuse to remain helpless. One day, you will look back. You will remember the version of yourself who almost quit. The version who was afraid. The version who doubted everything. And you will realize something. That person was never your enemy. He was simply unfinished. So don't hate who you were. Surpass him. Take every failure, every rejection, every humiliation, every sleepless night, every moment you felt insignificant, and forge them into something stronger. Pain can destroy you, or it can become the material from which you build yourself. The choice is yours. So get up, not because you feel motivated. Get up because you made a decision. Get up because your excuses have already taken enough from you. Get up because there is still time. Train, study, build, create, learn, fail, recover, repeat. And when you fall, do not make your suffering meaningless. Take the lesson. Return stronger. Remember this. The world will not stop moving because you are struggling. Time will not wait because you are afraid. Opportunities will not remain forever because you are uncertain. The world moves forward, with or without you. So move. You have spent enough time watching, enough time dreaming, enough time explaining, Enough time waiting. Now become the person you keep imagining. Become disciplined enough to continue. Become ruthless enough to eliminate your excuses. Become patient enough to survive the process. Become focused enough to ignore the noise. And become strong enough to stand alone when necessary. Because one day, you will realize that the greatest battle was never against the world. It was against the weakness inside yourself. And when that weakness finally stands before you, do not negotiate. Do not hesitate. Do not retreat. Look it in the eyes and destroy it. You wanted strength. Now pay the price. You wanted greatness. Now earn it. You wanted a different life. Then become different. The world has already shown you what it is. Cold, unforgiving, indifferent, good. Now show the world what you have become. Do not wait for the world to change. Change yourself until the world can no longer ignore you. Now move.